everybody, and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and today we're going to talk about the potential for a collaboration between the Dying Light franchise and Dead by Daylight. It seems that the franchise director for the game Dying Light wants it to happen, so we're going to talk about it here. This came across my desk last night from Prosionico. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Prosionico is a Dead by Daylight content creator, part of the creator program. And so I saw this tweet from them last night, which looks like Google doesn't feel like translating it today. But anyway, it is a post by the game franchise, the Dying Light franchise director here, Tymon Smektala. So Tymon is the Dying Light franchise director, and they were recently debuting their new game that's coming up this summer, Dying Light the Beast here. And Tymon was at the Summer Game Fest here, where they showed off the game. You think you have what it takes to survive in Castor Woods? Experience the unique blend of open world action, survival, and horror by watching our gameplay premiere trailer. And they showed it off. And here's the big baddie from their franchise, the Volatile. I've always had fun playing Dying Light to stay human, and Volatiles scare the heck out of me, but I always have fun playing that game. So anyway, shortly after the Summer Game Fest, Tymon said, I have about 30 minutes of free time. Let's do an impromptu Ask Me Anything, and I'll answer what I can. So N2T says, could we see Kyle Crane coming to Dead by Daylight? I would love a crossover. So Tymon replies, I'd love that too. I wanted to do it already, but the talks didn't go far. Actually, I'd love to see a Volatile there as the killer. What do you say, Dead by Daylight? And then they tagged Dorks and Eric Pope, a Dork and Eric Pope, and Matthew Cote here. So we'll see if anything comes of that. But I remember that I had made a video about this about 2.5 years ago, where Dying Light and Dead by Daylight were doing a bit of a dance together. And I had said then, you know, is there anything here? Could we see a collaboration from that? So maybe that's what Tymon's talking about when he's saying that the talks didn't go far. So let's go back in the Wayback Machine and review what has transpired in the past. So I pulled up my video from about 2.5 years ago to refresh my memory and grab the relevant tweets. And then I saw this as well that I had forgotten about, like last November. They had a bundle where you could get both of these games with a Steam sale. Don't miss your chance to get Dying Light to Stay Human and Dead by Daylight in one incredible bundle during the Steam Autumn Sale. Whether it's a serial killer on the loose or a horde of twisted zombies chasing you, survival is key. Be smart, get brutal, and don't die. And then people were like, oh, collab in the future between these two games? It is kind of curious that they were in a bundle. But anyway, so the tiptoeing around comes from back in the day when they used to put these tweets out to announce what was in the Shrine of Secrets each week. Dead by Daylight had put this tweet out that said, this week's shrine is potential energy, up the ante, hubris, and Dying Light. To which Dying Light account responded, hello. And then Dead by Daylight said, different Dying Light, but you can hang out in the shrine too. We'll just need to check your biomarker first. So that was one of the things that they were like, you know, teasing with each other there. And then Dying Light also had this tweet, January 2023. What song would they sing around the campfire, with this picture of 5 players around the campfire, which to me was very reminiscent of the lobby screen of Dead by Daylight, right? So it seemed like they were really reaching out. These were their attempts to reach out publicly and maybe even to gauge interest as well in collaborating with DBD. So I don't know if this is where it started, if this is what Tymon is talking about the talks didn't go very far, if they did this initial reach out through social media and they had a little bit of preliminary talks. But it sounds like Tymon really wants Kyle Crane as a survivor and or the Volatile as a killer in Dead by Daylight. Now, if you don't know who these characters are from the Dying Light franchise, Kyle Crane is the protagonist, starring in Dying Light the Following, Dying Light the Beast, and mentioned in Dying Light to Stay Human. Here, this is Kyle, and that is what was proposed in the Ask Me Anything by N2T about having Kyle in Dead by Daylight as a survivor, and Tymon wants the Volatile as a killer. The Volatile is so scary. Like, I don't like to go out at night in Dying Light to stay human because they're so strong, and I throw down the UV lights to keep them at bay, and they just pace back and forth like a caged tiger, just staring me. They scare the poop out of me. So Volatile is an infected that only emerges at night, and Volatiles are powerful and highly durable, and the player's best options when confronted by one or more of these monsters is to run to the nearest safe zone. You cannot take them on head to head. You're going to get your butt whooped. Ideally, before being detected, Volatiles are capable of taking several hits from high-powered weapons and can quickly cause significant amounts of damage. Yes, lots and lots of damage. So anyway, I thought this was interesting. What do you think about this? Are you interested in Techland's new game here, the Dying Light the Beast? Are you interested in seeing these characters come over to Dead by Daylight in the same way that N2T is, and Tymon, the game director himself, would like to see his characters in Dead by Daylight? What do you think about all of this? It is interesting that they have basically put the public, I'm available, pick me out here into the world again. There's a few, honestly, I could make a bunch of videos about this off the top of my head. I could think about like Outlast, Terrifier, some follow-up videos on those properties that won in DVD. It really does look like DVD is becoming the Fortnite of horror and horror adjacent properties, like spoiled for choice for all the people who want into Dead by Daylight, which is a good thing, right? Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you like Dying Light 2? Do you think it would be a cool crossover? What do you want to see come out of all this? All right, that's all I have for today. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life